Now we're on.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. It feels so good to see you again.
I
You
know it's
literally
been a
look
while.
you literally look like Cinderella.
No,
I'm
thanks. So do you.
serious.
Your blonde, long hair.
It's grown out so much, and Eli just the other day was like, "Are you gonna color your hair again?" I'm like, "I don't know if I want to. I really want dark hair for my wedding, but he said he really liked the super blonde, and I don't know if I want to do it. So I'm
I
torn,
like you blonde. I
like
mean,
all the
you
way,
look good both ways,
not
but
not this way, dark, and then
trying to see. Yeah.
blonde.
Um, how was New York City?
It was so fun. It was exhausting. It was stressful. It knocked both Eli and I out
Yeah, you
completely.
guys got sick.
We got sick for 4 days afterwards. We're like, did we actually pick something creepy, crazy up in New York City? Or were we just like stressed, undernourished, underhydrated, overwhelmed, like so overstimulated within like 4 hours of our day? We're both like, holy cow, like we don't know how much more we can handle. Being in the city, we were there for 3 days. And then we went out to Pennsylvania to meet his family. And it was just like paradise. It was just like the Northwest. And I just miss it so, so much. It is such a difference. Like the mountains, the greenery,
Yeah.
it's cold outside. You have to put on, we went for a hike in the Appalachian Mountains. And I was wearing my big fur coat, and the wind on my face was like crispy cold, but I'm like super warm underneath. And we're hiking uphill, so I'm starting to sweat, and I only have a tank top underneath.
Yeah.
So I'm like taking off my coat, putting it on my shoulders. And his uncle was like making jokes, like, "Oh, she's this Russian crazy Siberian woman, and like she can handle the cold so well." And they're like bundled up in 4 layers.
Oh,
Like, guys, it's just
yeah,
a
it's
really
cold
good
over
fur
there.
coat.
Well, okay, but you guys getting sick, like I feel like 4 days is not that bad, like compared to what people have been getting these days.
Really?
Like it seems like you recovered decently well. You
We
probably
just
picked
never
something
get
up on the
sick.
airplane.
I
Huh?
think since moving to Texas, we literally never get sick. And
Yeah, and that's nice, but also like I
I just
mean,
don't even remember like what it's like to really get sick,
yeah,
honestly. So like maybe I think the last time I got sick was like a year ago in the spring, like this.
good for you. That has
And
not been the
so it's
case for
literally,
me
I
here.
know you've been going through the opposite, just like completely getting sick like every month or something.
Right now I'm good, but yeah, it felt like that. I don't know what was going on, but I think I need sunshine. That's probably why you're
Come
not
to
getting sick.
Texas.
Yeah, I
Come over
know.
here. Come visit me with Owen. Owen hasn't been out here.
I think he's been to Texas before, but not to see
Not to
you.
see us.
Well, when you guys have a wedding,
I
that's when I'll travel.
know,
Um,
I'm like dying. I'm like so impatient. My cousin just got engaged 20 days into dating. And 20, yeah, 20 days into dating this guy.
oh,
Yeah. And
which cousin?
they're getting married in the summer. So like they're like already ready to get married. Um, she's my dad's brother's kid, and we grew up with her. Like we know her
Okay, nice.
super well.
Yeah, that's
But they
crazy.
lived in Colorado. They'd come visit us every summer. And so
Yeah.
now, like her getting married, Kaylin's like freaking out. She's like, no, my cousins can't get married. It's too weird. We're like I'm the oldest of all my cousins. So I'm
Yeah.
23. Everybody else is younger. I literally have newborn cousins coming out every other day, you know? It's
Guys
so
are
many,
like babies. That's crazy.
so many kids. It's ridiculous. So yeah, anyways. But so many to keep track of that recently, like when we get together with the family, they're like, are you keeping track of like your youngest cousins' names and like when they're being born or whatever? I'm like, I have no idea. Like five of my cousins, I don't know their names if I look at them. Because they're just like in Alaska, in Hawaii, and just all over. But it's just so much. But it's baby heaven all the time.
Yeah. You guys have a big family too, so. Um,
But yeah, the sunshine does do a number.
yeah. I was
And
gonna
when
say,
you
want to
come,
share the
when you come
topic with everyone? Maybe we should start talking about our topic.
let's do it. We're gonna catch up forever. Um, but I think that is a good connection. The sunshine plays a huge number on the health and the immune system. And since moving here to Texas, I feel like my immune system's been so much better. For the past 6 months, wait, has it been 6 months? 4 or 5 months, I think now. I've not drank any alcohol. And just this past weekend, I drank with Eli for our 1 year anniversary. And I think that initiated my health, like my immune system knockdown. Like I just haven't had it in forever, and my body's like, "What did you just do?"
Probably.
And that's why I think I got sick. But that's the topic of today is alcohol and how it affects our health and what we've noticed in the past and how we remain disciplined and accountable to each other.
Yeah. It's funny because Gemma texted me, well, you texted me last week and you're like, so I had alcohol and I think that wait, was it a text or was it a voice text? I
I
don't
think I voice messaged you.
remember. Yeah. You're like, that's the last time for like ever.
No, I'm like, I'm good. Both
Yeah.
Eli and I were
It's
like, yeah, definitely didn't need to celebrate with champagne at all. Like there was no reason for us to, because we just enjoy. We would rather enjoy each other's company, feeling 100%, than have alcohol and be like, ugh, the next day or even that night. I
yeah.
literally had the worst stomach ache
Oh.
like ever. It was so painful. I was so bloated. My stomach felt like a rock. And on the way to his aunt's house that evening, we had that for like lunch. It was like 3 o'clock. And then we went over to his aunt's for the evening. I'm like, I literally can't fit another piece of food in my body, even by dinner time.
Oh.
It just bloated me so bad. And that's when I was like, we stopped in at a grocery store on the way to his aunt's house and I bought dandelion tea. And so for the rest of the evening, I just drank like cup after cup of dandelion tea. And then like my stomach hurt so bad. And it felt better by the end. By the time we left his aunt's house to go back to our Airbnb, I was feeling so much better.
Yeah.
And the stomach ache had passed. But I feel like tea is my number one go-to after if I had ever drank in the past and needed like something to help me because I feel like my body's super sensitive. Tea is probably my first thing that I go
Yeah.
to recover and relieve
Um,
myself.
how much did you drink?
One champagne glass, not even
That's
the
like,
whole
that's
thing.
crazy.
Eli had like a couple sips that I didn't finish. I'm like, I can literally cannot fit another sip.
Yeah.
My stomach bloated so freaking bad.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was not like you drank anything like you didn't have like a margarita or something.
I
I mean,
don't ever
alcohol is
drink
alcohol.
sugar.
I'm just saying for
Yeah,
the sake of like how much sugar, is in certain things. But
for
um
sure. Exactly. That would make more of sense. Like if it was like a sugary drink and
yeah,
then I bloated
but
up my
that
stomach.
goes to show like obviously when you don't have something in your system for a while and then you
Yeah,
introduce it again, it's like, wait, what is this foreign nasty thing coming into my body?
I know.
Um no, yeah, Gemma brought this up the other day and I feel like we think very similarly on this topic, especially when it comes to alcohol and socializing and having a good time, but knowing that you can still have a good time without needing to have a drink.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know. It's hard. Like I have, with some of my friends, it's like they might not agree, or maybe they do, but I feel like I always get asked like, "Oh, like you don't really drink?" Like I told you the time that I went to I was in Pendleton in I think it was September for the Roundup rodeo.
Right.
And I didn't drink it all that weekend. I think I had like a couple baby sips, like
Hmm.
baby sips of like Owen's whiskey whenever he's like, "Oh, you have to try this." But like other than that, like I didn't drink
Hmm.
um the whole weekend. And I went into the weekend thinking like maybe I'll have a drink one night, just like maybe. And then like when we were there, I was like, "Yeah, I'm good. Like I don't really want one. Like I'd rather drink like tonic water with lime or just have water."
Yeah.
Um and it's funny because like one of our friends, we went out after to like a bar. And we were just hanging out and the boys were drinking and stuff and like that's fine. And one of the boys I mentioned I was like, "Oh, I haven't drank all weekend." Because I was like, "Oh, guys, should I drink?" And all the guys were like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah," because they know like I never drink. And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't actually know if I want to." And then I was like, "I actually haven't drank all weekend." And one of the guys was like, "Wait, are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "I don't need to. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm having fun. Like, I don't really drink in general either." And he was like, "Oh, wow. Okay. Like, good for you. Like, okay." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know." And then I didn't end up drinking that night, and that was
Yeah.
fine. And I still actually had a good time. Like, um, but anyways, it's just funny, like having those conversations with people. They're like, oh, like you don't really drink. It's like, I mean, if I want to, maybe I will, but like it's very rare that I decide that I want to because of how I feel. And I tell people that I'm like, it's not even because I'm afraid of like the calorie content and like the sugar. I mean, kind of the sugar, not the calories, but the sugar is like, inflammatory to your body.
Yeah.
And my stomach would hurt, or not even stomach ache for me. It's more just like I would feel lethargic and bloated, and just feel like tired the next day when I'm like, no, if I know that I like can control feeling like crap, I'm gonna choose to not feel like crap.
Yeah, it literally burns the energy function of your body. Like it
Yeah.
literally puts the lights out mode on all of your cells, who are always, every cell is always consuming information and turning it into something good.
Yeah.
Or consuming information and turning it into something bad if you're in the right environment, right?
Yeah.
But what alcohol does is just turns out the lights. Your mitochondria turns off. Your body doesn't, your gut turns off. That's why I had a stomach ache, I think. Like, and I know I've been sensitive before, but
Yeah.
I think that the more healing and restoration I do, focusing on my liver, focusing on my kidneys, making
Yeah.
sure my gut is healthy and I'm not like bloated ever, is literally making me so much more sensitive to things that turn off that signaling. I think
Yeah.
I've been so much in the mode of like teaching my body how to be 100%, like getting out in the sunlight, doing the grounding, doing the walking, eating really good food that gives my body energy, like healthy
Yeah.
fats and minerals,
Yeah.
getting all my 90 essential nutrients every day, that
Yeah.
when that message turns off. But we also set ourselves up to fail on this trip. Didn't have a um, we didn't have a car, but we did transported through the train system. But
Yeah.
we didn't plan like the stores in the area that we were going to be in. So we literally didn't have water the first day. We got two large bottles of water the second day, and we finished those by like 2 p.m. And so the rest
Yeah.
of the afternoon, Eli and I did not drink any water.
Oh my
So like
gosh.
this happened on like 2 or 3 days of the trip. So we were dehydrated and then we didn't meal prep. We were like, Eli was like, he didn't tell me this plan, but he was like, we're just gonna do restaurants. And to me, that's like, I can't do that. I
The
need
whole entire trip.
my
Yeah.
well, and also like the time it takes to get to a restaurant, you sit down, you wait for the food, you eat the food, and then you keep going on with your day. It literally is a half a day event to go to a restaurant. I guess in New York City maybe because of the commute and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot. But so we didn't have good hydration. We didn't plan our food. We didn't take our own salt, so I couldn't like remineralize my water. I was only putting like grapefruit. So honestly, both of us were depleted. By the time we had the alcohol, I think, and then being in the cold again in the northwest or northeast, I guess,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
we were just, our immune
Opposite.
systems were depleted and knocked down. So yeah,
Did,
why was I telling that story?
well, because you were talking about all the things that led up to why you felt crappy drinking the alcohol, not how you did not set
Oh,
yourself.
being sensitive because I take care of my body so diligently. But I
Yes.
set myself up to fail by not drinking and not eating good food and I literally sleeping like 5 hours a night, if not less.
Yeah.
We were exhausted. Like we weren't taking care of any of the basic stuff.
And maybe that needs to be like, um, obviously we're not huge fans of alcohol. I'm not complete like I will have a glass of wine or like when Owen and I bought a house, I had a glass of wine and I did not feel bad about it because I'm like, I want to celebrate. But then afterwards, it's like, meh, like, why did I drink that? I don't really need to. Like, I don't need alcohol to celebrate something. But because I rarely drink, it was like, it's fun, whatever.
Right, right.
So this whole call isn't about, I mean, I think I could live the rest of my life without alcohol. Like, both of us could, right? Like,
Yeah, for
we
sure.
don't need it. We're fine. I'm okay. Like, I don't
Yeah,
ever buy it,
sure.
like, ever. Literally, the only reason why we have wine in our house is from our wedding, I think. People buying us bottles of wine and then whatever. But I don't
At
ever
your
like
wedding, Eli
buy
and
drinks.
I Eli and I drank your guys' communion bottle.
Yeah, why did you guys want that so bad? I heard about that.
I do not remember why.
Jess was like, Gemma really wanted your communion bottle wine. I'm like, why? Like,
I'm like, they're not drinking it.
Uh,
Oh
well,
my
I
gosh.
thought we did drink it. I don't remember
You guys,
actually.
you literally took 2 sips of it. I was watching
Yeah.
you. I'm like, I wonder if
Well,
you
no,
drank
at the
it.
altar or at the during the ceremony we drank it. Obviously, we had a sip, but during communion, but then I can't remember if we got poured again for us later.
It did.
'Cause I was drinking a little bit of cider. I barely drank on my wedding because I didn't want to
Well,
drink
you
a
were on
lot,
your
but I also
period
didn't have
too.
time. It was like 2 sips of cider. Maybe I had half a glass of cider. I don't remember. I did not finish my cider though.
No. I
Anyways,
literally was watching you
that's
the whole time. I'm like, what is she doing? She's like not like celebrating. That's the thing I would think. I'm like, maybe she wants.
well,
But you weren't
because
decided.
I'm
Like
such
you
a
didn't feel like,
lightweight, if I would have drank the cider, just I would have been like, I wanted to remember things. Not, I've never actually ever forgotten anything. I've never been,
you wanted
I
to
may
be
have been
totally
drunk
present.
like one time, but like
No,
that
yeah.
was years
But that's
ago.
not the point. I was saying like even your glass of wine.
Oh, yeah.
You
I'm
were
just, well,
very
I'm saying that if I'm enjoying something, I have to really just like take baby sips. Otherwise, like I will feel a buzz and then
oh
I
for sure.
don't want to feel that way. That's why I'm saying that because I'm such a lightweight. I was gonna say something else about, oh, I think the whole point of this is maybe people need to be more thoughtful and reflective on how they're feeling and how they've been taking care of their body during the day or during the whole week before they decide, is it okay for me to drink something tonight? Not because the drink inherently is bad. I mean, we all have said, right, alcohol is just not good for you. We all know that.
Yeah.
But so like for instance, if you got really poor sleep the whole week, maybe you've been bloated all week because your fiber is not good or you're just not you haven't been fully on your meal plan or whatever, and then you're out with friends, it's like, is it a good idea to get a drink or should I just drink water, get
Yeah.
better with things in the next few weeks, and then maybe when I go out again, maybe I can treat myself or have like a little drink if I really, really want it.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I feel like I have that mindset usually. I try to, like, where sometimes I'm like, yeah, like I could have a drink tonight, but I kind of want to feel good tomorrow, and I haven't been feeling the best this week to begin with, so I just don't think it's a good idea to drink right now, and then I just don't.
Yeah.
But I don't think a lot of people do that. They just are like in the moment, like, oh yeah, it sounds good, I'm gonna get it, and then they just forget about how they've been feeling the whole entire week. I guess it's just more like honoring your body,
It
like,
really is. And like the desire, like you have said multiple times during this call how I don't need alcohol to celebrate. Like
no,
it doesn't, I don't need something to help me have a good time, you know? And being
yeah,
aware of that, I think, is a self-confidence thing. Being able to sustain in yourself, I can have a good time because I love the people around me. I'm excited about what we're doing. I'm proud of buying a house. Like that in itself is a huge, like, ecstasy feeling. You're literally on a dopamine high if you literally did such a huge thing with
yeah,
the love of your life. You literally just got married. You
yeah,
know, like there's so many things to be consciously fulfilled about that you don't need something to amplify the experience. You know,
yeah.
and I think that's literally like it is a self-confidence things, but it's also being grateful for everything you have. You don't need something else to make you more grateful or more realizing, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's a beautiful part of why I say no to alcohol. Like I
Yeah.
literally love being me more than something else would help me to achieve that. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I think I will say this, like it is, I think it's hard for a lot of people. Like I was actually just having this conversation with my friend the other day. Like it's hard sometimes like for people to feel like they can have a good time without alcohol. I know a lot of people struggle
Sure.
with that.
I think it's a learned experience though, you
It
know?
is. And
Yeah.
I feel like I kind of used to be that way. I didn't used to drink a
I
lot, but I feel like when
totally
I was
agree with you.
21, 22, like whenever I would go out with friends a couple times a month or whatever, I usually would get like a cider or something with my dinner and it was just fun and I liked it. But I also at the time didn't feel like I didn't need to have a drink every single time I was out with friends, but there were times when like it'd be I don't know. I wouldn't really call it a party, but if we all just were like hanging out, it'd be like, oh yeah, sometimes it'd be like, oh, I want alcohol so I can feel something. Like I
Yeah.
can feel a buzz, I can have more fun, I can laugh more and be like this. And then now when I think about that, I'm like, yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like sometimes even those thoughts still creep in my head where it's like, oh, you could drink and like really have fun. Like everyone else is a little bit buzzed, like why not? And then it's like, but do I need to though? Like because Pendleton, for instance, like I still was laughing, having fun, joking with the guys, having a good time. And even though they were all drinking, I wasn't. And I still felt like, ooh, I can do this. Like, this is fun. Like, I'm energetic. Like, I'm having a good time. And I'm not even like, I don't even have a drop of alcohol in me.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to say that for people listening, because I know
I
there
love
are
that.
people who do struggle with that.
Yeah.
Um,
But I
so
think that's like a transition of like maturing through a mindset.
it
You
is.
literally like it's not to put a finger on the fact that like, oh, people aren't grateful enough. That's not what I'm trying to say. For me,
Yeah.
that's what it means. Like for me, what it means to not choose something outside of myself means that I'm really, really grateful for what I have.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I wouldn't, and then I'm not saying like when I do have alcohol, that means I'm not grateful. It means
Yeah.
it's just like to me, the meaning changes then. If I decide to have alcohol on a celebration that my family does, like a religious celebration, or um on my wedding day, if we have alcohol there. If I choose
Yeah.
to drink there, it doesn't mean I'm not grateful. It's because
Yeah.
it's like it has an really amplified purpose to it.
Yeah.
Instead of just being a night where I'm not doing anything, I'm by myself and I decide I need a drink to like amp me up or
Yes.
whatever. I
Yes.
there was definitely a season where I went through if I hang out with friends or I have friends over and I don't have alcohol, I'm like a bad friend or I am a bad host. Like that's
Oh,
literally the narrative that was in my mind in the past 2 years.
yeah.
And I never used to be that way. I literally
Yeah.
never thought that way before.
Yeah.
But it's a culture thing. I really think it's a culture thing. A few people I had gone out with before Eli, when I just moved here.
Yeah.
Um, it was always around going out to a bar to have a drink. And
Yeah.
to me, then afterwards, I'm like, that's not even the kind of relationship I want. Why would I even take that as an acceptable second or third date? Why was that a normal thing? Because it's really, I think, a cultural thing, and it points to show like pick wisely with your friends. Who you surround yourself with is going to determine who you become. And I became a person who decided that in order to be with these people, I need to drink alcohol. And that to me is not who I want to be. So it was a very much like a reality check for Eli and I. So like halfway through our relationship 6 months ago, we both cut out alcohol. He, after your wedding, actually, after we came back from that trip, he was like, I don't see any reason to drink hard liquors, which his family does a lot. Um, and he's like, if I decide to have a glass of wine here or there, whatever through the year,
Yeah.
sure, fine, but I don't have a reason to drink hard alcohol.
Yeah.
Um, and then now he's kind of on the same streak as me. It's been like 5 or 6 months since he had something and he had champagne with me. He
Nice.
even ordered it. The waiter didn't bring it. The waiter like forgot about it. And then Eli reminded him and he's like, I thought right before I reminded him to just say, forget about the champagne. We won't have it. He thought twice about getting him to bring it to the table.
That's
But then
funny.
he still went ahead and did it because it was like
Oh,
in his head, that's what it means to celebrate even though
yeah.
neither one of us cared for it at all. But I
Yeah.
have I have learned this since like separating that version of myself and saying that I don't want to be that person who has to drink alcohol for social occasions. I started using kava. And have you tried kava besides what we had
You.
at the
Just with
bowl
you.
place?
Yeah. Just
I
with
have
you.
to have you this other have you I have to have you try this other one that I have been having for the past like year, I think now. It is so freaking good. My whole family has it. My dad even has it, which is crazy because my dad doesn't drink coffee, he doesn't drink any kind of alcohol. And so for him to like try something that's like a drink, it's a root, so it would behave similarly to like if you took lavender or chamomile tea for the night, it would calm
Yeah.
you down, right? This relaxes your body and puts your nervous system into a parasympathetic state. So it's really helpful for people who are like um, PTSD, recovering, going through therapy, or have like social anxiety. This is a great thing for them, but also it's a
Yeah.
really great alcohol replacement. And it's totally natural and it benefits the body. It doesn't have a detriment.
How
Um,
often do you drink it?
like once a week or
Nice.
maybe twice a week. But
Is it like a cup of
it's literally
tea?
like I drink it with coconut water and then it's like a little packet. It's lemon liqueur flavor, so it's a little sour and has some sweetness from monk fruit.
That's kind of good.
Um, it's super clean too. I really need to send you a box. I was just thinking before this call, I need to send you a little
You've told
box
me
of it.
about the one that you take and having me try it before, but I keep forgetting to
I
see
think I
what
did.
it's called. Yeah, because I haven't had the kind that you're talking about. But
No, you would
yeah,
love it.
that's great.
But yeah, so what I mean to by saying all of that is like making it um for me, it's not a replacement of alcohol. But when I do have those social occasions, I prefer that to alcohol any day. And it is a
Yeah.
social drink. I can stand there and sip it. Like Ryan, Kaylin's boyfriend, loves it because he has like back pain and he just likes that kind of thing, but he doesn't drink alcohol either.
Yeah.
He's
That's
been
great.
like he hasn't drank in like 5 years or something, like something
Oh,
crazy.
good for
Like he's just
him.
committed. He's like, yeah, I don't want to be the kind of person I want to be doesn't drink alcohol, and he's so firm on that.
Good for him.
Yeah, it's amazing. But he loves it. He'll drink like two or three of the sachets in one cup because he wants to feel a little stronger. But it
Makes
doesn't affect your brain. You can still drive. You can enjoy
That's
yourself. You don't have to,
good.
you know. So, anyways, we all love it. So, having that kind of replacement and having the people in my family, the people I hang out with, love it too, makes it more of an enjoyable thing, like a
Yeah.
social occasion type of thing. But I also am totally comfortable having it when I'm just like cleaning my room or working or something. I'll just have one of the little sachets.
I need some of that.
You would love it.
Where do you get it from?
It's this company, so it was called Amuse, and they just rebranded it to be called Sunroom Kava.
Oh, cute.
Excuse me. We actually have a affiliate link with them. And I know the girl who owns the company. She has a partner, but I went through a course with her and I heard her, she was developing her brand at the time and she hadn't launched the product. I'm like, this is such a cool idea. Please
Yeah.
tell me like when you launch, let me follow you, all this stuff. And once they launched, I got a box and I'm like, we need to share this with our community because there's so many actual biological benefits of it. And um, it supports people who have the anxiety or social anxiety or PTSD,
Yeah.
or like terrible migraines. Like it just helps the body relax. I had a lady actually, I went out for a date with her, a full day date, and she's like 60 something. And the whole day she had had a really bad migraine. Well, it was like the back of her head. I don't know, maybe it was just a headache, but she called it a migraine. Um,
Yeah.
she had it the whole day. And on our way back home, I drove her the whole time. She was like, you have no idea how relaxing it is to have somebody drive me. And I'm like, well, why don't you try the kava? So maybe it'll like help your headache, but we'll also just like relax and enjoy our time together because we're still gonna go out to eat and stuff. And she had it, and she like 10 minutes later, she's like, oh my gosh, this is the first time in like 4 weeks that I do not feel the headache. And she's like,
Jeez.
what is this stuff? So for her, it was like a chronic something that within 10 minutes, it relaxed her body.
Do
And
you?
it didn't treat the headache before that time being. She was able to actually relax herself.
Yeah.
And I think it's heavily nervous system affected.
Do you have you guys, I'm sure you guys work with women in perimenopause and menopause. Have they taken it? Have you heard any like stories from them or
Who do we have? I think a
out
few
of
of them, but I
curiosity?
don't think it directly affects that. I haven't heard of symptoms that it directly affects for perimenopausal people or
Yeah,
menopausal
yeah.
people.
No, I was just wondering because I
But
just have
anyway,
a few clients in perimenopause or menopause and like I know some of them get like migraines or headaches.
yeah, if they
And I'm
suffer
always
with
trying to
those
tell them to
symptoms,
take electrolytes and all the things, but then this sounds really interesting.
it's also like it tastes good, it feels good. It's like you can make it cute for yourself. I took pictures. I've been meaning to post them on my Instagram, but like of me making kava at the beach, and I literally, if I make one, I'm making one for five other people, like
Yeah,
immediately.
I want you to make me one.
So, but I'm like standing there and I'm like splitting bag after bag open and like pouring the coconut, and my friend just like started taking pictures. So it's like this cute. It's literally the cutest setup. And
Send me
it's like
pics of
making
it.
yourself a matcha, but it's not energizing, you know?
Yeah.
But so because it does benefit things like that, the parasympathetic nervous system turns on. I would say it could help someone that has headaches, but I wouldn't say it's for peri or menopause.
Yeah.
But those symptom specific things, this is something that affects or supports the whole body, but
Yeah.
that dysregulation could get addressed via
Yeah.
this. It's like putting lavender on or like going outside for a walk. You know, it's going to benefit you somehow if you're experiencing these things. Or like taking electrolytes. It would help you for sure. This
Yeah.
is just another one of those. I totally would recommend it to someone like that.
Cool. Yeah.
You're gonna
That's
have to try
awesome.
it. Yeah,
I know. I want to. Send me it.
I
Or send me the
will.
link to what it's called so I can look into it.
Okay,
Um,
I will. How has
but
your world been? We're almost a few minutes away from having to go, but I want to hear about your life update.
life update. Well, I'm in a wedding this week.
I saw that.
Yeah, on Friday's the wedding. So we have rehearsal Thursday, wedding's Friday. So that's fun.
I love the hairdo that you're picking.
I know. Thank you. I hope
It
it
looks so
turns out
good.
good. I'm not
Who's doing your hair?
Amanda.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm going to her house super early in the morning because I have to be, the venue's about an hour away from Gresham. And we have to be at the venue at 9 a.m. And so
Mhm.
I'm going to Amanda's house at like 6:45 in the morning for her to
Oh
do
my
my
God.
hairstyle, which it shouldn't take her very long to do that, but I want to give us enough time. And then I have to be at Owen's parents' house, I think at 8, and then I'm driving with his sisters up there because he's already going to be Owen's staying at an Airbnb with all the other groomsmen and his brother.
Oh
I
wow.
think they're
You're
staying
both in
Wednesday
the
night
wedding.
and Thursday night. What?
You're both in the wedding?
Yeah, Owen's the best man.
Oh, are you guys walking together?
No, because he's the best man and I'm just
Just a
the
bridesmaid.
bridesmaid. So no, I don't remember who I'm walking with. I don't remember his name. I don't know all of Emmett's friends,
Right.
but it'll be fine. I'm actually excited that we're in a wedding together, but we're not like the bride and
Yeah,
the groom.
it's cute. That's really cute. I love
Yeah.
it. It'll be
So I haven't been in a wedding in a while. The last one I was in, I think, was Julia's when you were still living here. So
right.
that was like 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Um, anyways, I don't know, that's the most recent thing I feel like.
How is your dog?
Good. He's really good. He's a baby. Um, he's good. He's been having some issues. He's been really itchy since we've gotten him, and we know that it probably is an allergy. For a while, we thought it was just because he was at the Humane Society and had dry skin and
hmm
whatever, and maybe needed a bath. So we like gave him a bath, but then like he was just getting like he was having missing like fur on his body.
My dog has the same exact thing. That's what she's going through right
Yeah.
now.
So we
Same exact thing.
Yeah, so we ordered him, this was like a couple months ago. We ordered him some fish oil, like for dogs specifically. It's like you pump it on their food. So, and again, I've thought about doing like just making him, his own like beef and like this
My
healthy bowl.
sister
It's
does
like
that.
we're not doing that. We're just feeding
Yeah.
him. We're giving him we're actually in the process of switching his food right now because we think that he's allergic to chicken.
Oh wow.
Because his food is like chicken based and like it has all like the first three ingredients of his food are like whole food and it's not crap food that we've been giving him and it's kind of expensive stuff. But anyways, we're giving it to him, but then we've noticed that like he has been really itchy and then his like poop isn't always super solid all the
Mhm.
time and we're like, yeah. And Owen like was researching it and he's like, okay, for a dog around this age, like about a year, he should be having more like going to the bathroom more, I guess, solid, whatever.
Oh yeah.
And he just like has just still been so itchy. And so, but he doesn't have any fleas. Like he's been to when he went to the vet when we
Right.
first got him, they said he didn't have fleas. I've looked for fleas. He doesn't have any. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, it's not a flea issue. Anyways, it's like in the front of his chest. Like I'll send you a picture today. He has like missing hair because he scratches so.
Yeah. Is it
Um,
just on there, or is it all over his body that he has little
no,
patches?
it's mostly his chest. And then there's a couple spots now on the back of his legs.
Uh-huh.
So anyways, we researched it and we talked to some other people and we think he's allergic to chicken. So I think
Mhm.
labs, I guess, are notorious for that too. So
Oh,
we're
maybe.
switching him to salmon-based food, but now in
Mhm.
order to switch him, it has to be like a cup of because we feed him a cup and a half of food each meal or twice a day. So yeah, 3 cups total. So now we're having to do a cup of chicken with a half a cup of salmon, and eventually we'll like work him up to a cup and a
Right.
half of salmon. So we're gonna see if that helps him. And then we still do have the fish oil, but I'm not sure if we're giving him too much fish oil. So it's
Mm.
hard. I don't know. He
You're
rarely
like
eats table
nutritionist
scraps.
mode for a dog.
Yeah, it feels like that. I'm like trying to figure out, but because we don't feed him like like table scraps. Like occasionally I'll like be like have a tiny piece of food and be like here, but
Yeah.
that's very rare. And like
Yeah.
he doesn't. I mean, if there's crumbs on the floor, he'll eat them. But like we're trying to be good about that. We don't give him like treats. We don't like really. If we do,
Yeah.
it's like
My sister went to the vet the very, very beginning when she just got the dog. I know
yeah.
we're about to have to cut off, but
I
they
know it's gonna
told
kick
her it
us
was
off in a minute.
they told her it was a staph infection because
Oh,
she specifically had that. So she's our dog Isla has been on medication for it. And so Kaylin's
baby.
along with giving her the medicine, she's also adjusting her diet because this dog has
Yeah.
been in the wild
Yeah.
for 4 months. So we don't
Yeah.
know what's going on with her. So we're kind of having to take care of a lot of things at once. And we notice when she gets itchier, it's when we go to this like area over here that she just jumps into and she
Oh.
gets wet in that area. After that, she's super itchy. So we're like, okay,
Mhm.
it's definitely skin correlated, or gets super sweaty.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we have to
baby.
wash her all the time. Anyway, so that's being watched along with her diet. So it's both being honed in at the same time. It
Okay.
might be
Well, we
something
can
if
keep each
she
other
was
updated
never
on our
tested
dogs.
before for it, it might be something worth it. I know you literally don't know what dogs get, like
Well, we
what's their
thought
what.
about